Alright. Where we last left off, we were standing at the entrance of the cave. There was the ghost of a young woman who you hadn't quite identified. She was standing at the mouth of the cave, and suddenly you were all able to hear the haunting tune in your heads of Pop Goes the Weasel. You had decided to wait until the supposed witching hour of 3 a.m. to enter the cave. The girl is still there, though you can tell that she is beginning to fade as her etheric form seems to get lighter and softer, giving you each the opportunity to ask one more question. Yes. Well, no, not you yet.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Is this a yes or no question?
You know that she hasn't been able to speak to you. She was able to use 3 fingers. So it doesn't have to be yes or no, but recognizing.
Yes, no, or numbers.
Also, please make sure you have your X cards out and ready. You don't have X cards yet.
Here. I got sticky notes.
Yes, pass the sticky notes to him.
And I will grab the extras I have.
Yeah. Just as a recap, green means I'm good, everything's fine. Yellow means we're approaching something I'm uncomfortable with. Can we proceed with caution? Red means I'm uncomfortable and I would like to pause for a minute and take a break. Blue means I'm having a lot of fun. If I seem angry or I'm yelling or sad, that is me role playing. That's me being in character. And the orange is I would like more attention not to be on the thing we're on right now.
There's not a red one in this one.
It's your red one.
It's the pinkish red one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the orangish red that you have is we're spending a lot of time on this and I'm ready to move on.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was for out talking that you needed to talk something out of table.
No, that's more gonna be like the red. We need to take a minute. So, Xanth, do you have any questions for the girl?
I'm gonna do a quick self-mental recap of all the information we know.
Okay.
You know that the 13 girls did go down there. There's currently only 2 alive, and they were the ones that were recently kidnapped.
Well, you don't know if all 13 were down there. You do know that there are 2
We do know that there are 2 down there, but I just assumed. Okay. So Xanth is gonna ask, did the other of the 13 girls go down there?
She nods. Kiana, any questions from you?
Is this with the Walking Death?
With the what?
Like the stuff that was on the bear, the necro stuff that's killing everything. Does it have anything to do with the Walking Death spreading across the land?
Are you asking the girl?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry, misunderstood.
She looks unsure.
Is the thing that is harvesting you a strong witch?
She nods. But you can kind of roll me an insight.
Oh shit, I don't have my dice out.
Why don't you have your fucking dice out? We've
I'm
been sitting here for 3 hours at
Lo
this point.
siento, okay?
Ingeniero, ¿por qué?
21.
You can tell that it's not like a certainty as if she has like a great form of comparison, but if she, based on her limited understanding, she would describe it as a witch. Criosis.
Does light harm it?
Buddha.
Is there a big man with a cleaver in there?
Swing and a miss. She shakes her head as you're seeing that last little bit. She holds up her hand.
Only one
Religion?
Cross, religion.
1.
Cross.
1
State.
plus 1. 1 plus 1. 1
Okay,
plus
plus.
1. Plus. All of it.
You need
Wait.
one more.
And you watch as the darkness behind her swallows her.
What time is it, do we think?
We
Roll a
had.
nature check.
Didn't we do that last? We did that.
You
at the
did,
very-
you did, yeah. But some time has passed since you guys last looked.
Okay.
Okay, just a second. That's gonna be 11.
11, you're like, it's not quite dark enough to be close enough to that 3 a.m.
So we have some time.
You have some time. You rolled a nature 2, didn't you?
No.
You asked if you could. See if you can get a more precise.
So are we in like a low light situation?
It's dark, yeah.
Okay.
It's, you're like, it's not dark enough to be like 3 a.m. dark.
Yes.
So what would nature be?
The
Nature
drinks
is,
for
wisdom.
Skittles are $2. And you can do that.
Intelligence.
Is nature intelligence? I thought it was wisdom.
I got it right here.
Oh, survival's wisdom, but yeah. So nature is intelligence.
I didn't even fucking roll 9.
You're like, it's dark, let me tell you that much. We're gonna pause here.
Oh, now you want to fucking.
So what does a traditional day look like for Wendoku in Zoex?
Are there trees in Zoex?
There are. It's a very nature-based plane of existence.
Because the way that the picture looked, it looked like it was a very like barren wasteland type of place. But I just that's why I was asking. But anyway, he sits basically on his little pedestal and watches over the crowd, making sure nothing funny is going on. And at night he goes home and sees his family.
Yeah, it's getting kind of late in the day as you're kind of gearing up to head home. But as you're getting closer, why were you sort of out and about to begin with?
Basically, I watch it to make sure everything's okay.
So you were out doing your watch, your shift's kind of ending. You're probably looking forward to a nice hot stew that your mom likes to make as like the winter months are starting to get a little bit chillier. You know, you're like, yeah, that rabbit stew mom makes. And you're starting to get closer and closer.
It's not just a very wasteland.
But you start to smell something a little off, something a little different as you're getting closer. Roll me a, let's say a nature check.
That'll be a 9.
You're not completely put off by it. You're kind of like, this smells like maybe someone started fire. So maybe it's a
Smells like
chimney or
barbecue.
something. Yeah, maybe it's like a nearby chimney or something, but it's kind of pungent. And as you're getting closer and closer to the village, you're starting to see a dense smoke rising up through the trees. And that smell becomes tainted and almost singed and laced with something else as you hear the sound of what I imagine sounds like a bird screaming. As you get closer and closer, that sound becomes more frequent and that smoke more dense as you enter the area of your village and you start to see the outer areas going up in flames. People are running around in a panic. You see Kenku mothers scooping up their children and making way for the trees. You hear the modge podge and mixing of different voices and sounds crying out in the few phrases that have been learned from this very removed from humanity kind of village. Things like, run, 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 not safe, roof's on fire, like,
Fuck you.
Yeah, like all sorts of like panic and chaos. And immediately you're realizing that this isn't resolved to a singular house, and you're starting to hear the sound of metal clashing upon one another. What do you do?
I'm gonna make a full dead sprint to my house. Like, I'm just gonna negate everything else. I'm a dead sprint straight to my house.
You're running, you're pushing people to the side, and you get the first sight of a human. And your village is very removed from humans, but something seems off and twisted as its eyes kind of meet yours, noticing that you're running to where the bulk of the flames are. Their eyes are glossed over in a sort of blackness. And you've met maybe one or two humans in passing, and their eyes were never a full solid black as it lifts a massive axe and goes to come down. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
It comes down, getting you in the wing. That's not what an axe does. Jesus Christ, Sierra. Roll the right dice.
D12.
As you take 6 points of damage.
What type of damage is it?
Slashing.
Slashing.
I just wanted to check.
As it kind of clips at the side of your wing, do you keep running?
Yeah, I just block it out completely. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even feel the pain. I'm just sprinting.
You notice immediately that this guy. Hold on, this is a little too mellow. Let's see.
Spice it up a bit.
Yeah.
Like, I am literally just negating the pain and everything, just sprinting to my house to make
This
sure
is
my
like
family's
coming
okay.
home and you see your family having a nice little barbecue.
Yeah, this is like a walk in the woods. We need.
Joke's on you, your family.
I just got my fucking shoulder chopped in half.
Yeah.
Everything's on fucking fire.
I'm just dead sprinting through the fucking fire.
You notice that it doesn't pursue
sorry.
you as it whips around, and you watch that axe swing, beheading the like, we'll call them an herbalist, the village herbalist's eldest child's head straight from its body. And you realize you almost got lucky as you watch this Kenku fall, its head rolling as you just keep booking forward. As you arrive in front of your house, you're seeing that it's on fire, that there is what looks to be a massive hole taken out of the side. But you hear the cries from inside of what sounds to be a familiar person to you. Don't like that! Don't like that! Hot, 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 hot! No, 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 no! What do you do?
I am going to I'm gonna jump, like, while I'm, like, dead sprinting, because I'm still sprinting. I'm gonna come sprinting, fucking barrel roll through the hole in the wall, trying to find the person.
You kind of boast through this whole ash and cinder falling, coating your body. And you see a beam has fallen on your mother standing next to the stove. Her wing busted, her hip bleeding out as she's trying to move. Don't like that! Don't like that! No, no, no! What do you do?
I don't care how much pain or, like, agony I put myself in. I'm going to grab the beam and do my hardest to pull it off.
Give me a strength check.
Do it again.
That's a 12.
You're trying, you're lifting, it's not budging. And you hear the crumbling of another beam from above as it starts to fall. Give me a dex save.
That is a 17.
You dive out of the way, almost trying to jump back, grabbing at your mother to try and pull her out. As that beam comes down and lands on her head, you hear the sound of crushed. And you hear no more cries from her. As you look around, where do you go next? You know that your uncle, your father, and your sister were in the house when you left.
Can you explain what type of house this is?
It's a 2-story, mostly made out of wooden beams thatch roof kind of house.
So, okay. This is gonna sound horrible, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk up to one of the burning beams and just kick the shit out of it.
The ones that was on your mom?
No, one of the ones that's holding the second floor up. Kick the shit out of like the main one. See if anybody will fall down.
Roll me a strength save.
A strength save or strength check?
Or strength check.
That is a 9. Strength checks are not on my side today.
You kick at it, the beam coming down, it's kind of chunking. This is kind of you kind of picked a load-bearing beam. It's kind of sturdily built, particularly by your uncle who built this house with your grandfather.
I'm going to use unarmed strike on this beam.
What?
Do I have to roll to hit or?
Yep, roll the hit.
Yeah, because I could just technically. Whoa! That is a 15.
Well, damage.
That is a
Dumb
3.
bitch. This is how you ended up with Ripley.
That is a 3. 3 damage.
The beam comes down. Roll me a dex save. Actually, roll 3 of them because you just took out a support beam.
Dude, the music changed at the perfect moment.
Speaking of support beams.
Well, one of them's a 6. One of them is a 13. And one of them is a 13.
As things come down, you dodge out of the way of a big chunk of ceiling, then out of the way of a bed that kind of comes after it. But you get hit upside the head by a notebook, a thick, heavy leather notebook that you know your uncle used to read. And you're gonna take 3 points of damage.
Are you wondering what I'm gonna do next?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna check the bed, see if anybody's on it first.
You notice that it's your father. Perhaps he'd gone up to take a nap. But something isn't right.
Can I roll something to check if he's alive?
Roll a medicine check.
Wisdom.
That is a 9.
Dude.
I am sucking on my
It's a pretty
rolls.
low DC. This man is burnt to shit. Even the bed is just nothing but like ash, as it looks like a cooked bird, essentially. Like just singed to shit. Like even as you go to touch him to check, you feel the brittleness of almost a cremated body.
Is there anything I can roll to see if I can cure my uncle or my sister?
Roll an investigation.
I got a +5 to this. That is a 16.
You don't hear anything else in the house.
I'm gonna... So, is the entire second floor knocked down, or is it just like a certain area?
You can see through. It's a very small upstairs.
Okay. So do I notice anything like up, any like wing feathers or anything up there? Okay, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like basically dead sprint out the door and around the house, see if anybody's in behind it.
Do you take the leather-bound journal?
Yes. I'm gonna grab the journal as I'm running, like.
As you book it out of the house, roll me a perception check.
That's a 9. Jesus.
You notice that there is in the ground little bits of blood trailing out into the woods.
I'm going to follow the blood as best as I can, while I'm also sprinting, trying to make sure that I can find them.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna like scream out at the same time, Uncle! Sister!
As you get to the edge of the forest, you hear back, little bird, which is what your uncle used to call you. No closer, no closer. But you see him in the distance with another figure. Do you get any closer?
This is the brave motherfucking shit in me. I'm a like full dead sprint trying to get to him.
As you get about 15 feet away, you watch a massive great axe lifted. You watch as it spins around, and all you hear is in the name of the Neverborn, as you watch your uncle get chopped in half, and you hear an ear-splitting screech come out, and suddenly everything goes black. Cool.
What the fuck?
I told you!
I got goosebumps the entire fucking way.
I told you, she runs with it.
Well, the thing is though, like I was following my personality in real life on doing everything. Like if it was like my house burning down, I would have booked it through and knocked the shit out of the first pillar I saw.
To my group in the spoopy woods, what are we doing?
I'm going to, from the wood surrounding us, gather large branches and plant them in the ground in kind of a big circle and use my torch to set them ablaze so that we have enough light to see.
Okay, yeah, that takes you about 15 minutes. At first, the party might be looking and a little confused as to what Criosis is doing because I don't imagine him communicating his plan to anybody.
Nope.
You just watch as he kind of grabs a stick, jams it into the ground, sets it on fire, grabs a stick, jabs it in the ground, sets it on fire. But before long, you have a nice ring. Criosis, roll me a perception check.
It's gonna be 10 plus. It's gonna be 11.
As you're gathering sticks and setting them on fire, you jam one down and you light it on fire, and you see sort of the shape or the outline of something laying on the ground about 15 feet into the woods. It doesn't seem to be moving, but it looks a bit like a body. And something kind of clicks for you when the little girl was doing, she was looking not at you, but in that direction.
So I will holler out and say, I think I found a body. Somebody come watch my back.
At this
Go
point,
with it.
Xanth is going to stand
I'll
up
go
with his
with it.
hammer in hand. What about a body?
So
Torch in the other.
you've got Kiana and Buddha and Xanth who kind of come out. You're like somebody, and you get 3 bodies.
Everyone's just like, let's go. I've been amped for this shit.
And
As they kind of follow behind you, how do you approach?
Ironically, I'm going to say I'm going to be low to the ground. And
When are you not?
yeah, I did. And just try to take it slow to see exactly what I'm dealing with before actually touching anything.
If it moves, can I kill it?
Yep.
If it
That's the
swings,
plan.
shoot it. If it doesn't swing, we'll find out.
Can I grab a stick off the ground and go poke it?
I was just going to reach out with my hammer and just be like,
It doesn't move as you approach. You watch Buddha grab a stick and just walk past you and go poke. It doesn't move.
So I'm going to take the torch and kind of position it so I can kind of see what we're looking at.
It looks to be. Roll me a history check. Let's see if you're familiar with Kenku. They're not particularly common in Zaudath.
I'm about to hit you with a stick.
That's, you said what check?
History.
That's going to be an
You
8.
think I'll know it's
I
you?
come and see what they're. Come
Yeah.
and look.
Yeah.
Do I notice anything? Do I recognize
Recognize what?
what we're looking at?
It's a body. As you approach closer, it looks to be a giant humanoid bird. You can roll a history check to see if you know what a kenku is.
Oh.
Anybody who's looking at the body can roll a history check to see if they know what a kenku is.
Can I just like hit it with the stick a little bit?
Yeah.
I have
16.
no fucking clue.
16. Nocti, what'd you get?
I got a 10.
So you 3 are like, giant bird, that's not normal. Yeah, Kiana, you're looking and you're like, that's a fucking kanku. You are like, that's a humanoid. That's not a giant bird. You know what it is. You go and hit it with the stick, and you kind of start to come to as you get hit by this stick. It kind of wakes you. And all of a sudden, where you last were, just on the outskirts of your village, on fire, in the woods, on the edge of the woods, you are now
Half
surrounded by 5 other people and trees, and it's dark.
I'm just gonna sit here, like, look up and. Oh, cool.
What?
I'm gonna just, like, continue laying here, just like, oh, cool.
So the
You're
humanoid you guys are looking at does seem to speak. For those of you who don't know what a kanku is, that might be shocking to you, as the words that come out of its mouth is uncle. Which, let's be fun. All 5 of you, go ahead and roll me a history check.
Can I sit down now?
Yeah.
Yep.
13.
Son of
Well,
a
my
bitch.
character's still laying down. I just kind of want to portray a little more.
If you got higher than a 10, just put your hand up. You are all familiar with the term uncle in terms of like it being, especially you, Travis, being akin to like somebody asking for mercy. So you hear the term uncle and you're like, oh, it wants mercy.
It's like, maybe we shouldn't kill it. I think it wants mercy.
But bird.
One more
And
person.
cook it.
Yes, bird, but it's saying uncle. That is a sign
We
of
need one more
don't
person.
swing.
Or something
Let's
happens
not
to its uncle.
frighten this person.
Sure.
We might need them.
So
I'm gonna pop out at just like as I hear that. Yes, Uncle Ted.
Ah, see? Alright.
Their uncle has.
And you've noticed that the words come in different voices. So like, well, uncle sounds masculine, dead sounds more feminine. Like they're coming from different voices, but you're watching the beak move.
So I'm going to kneel down next to it and offer a flask. And just say, drink.
Fuck you.
That's about where my day is going.
Yeah, I've said the same thing.
Do you take the flask and drink it though?
Yes.
Fuck you!
Fuck you!
I think that's his way of saying thank you.
Well,
Is
it
it
did
a,
give
is
me.
it a guy?
Not many words.
Fair.
Roll me a charisma save. Actually, everybody roll me a charisma save.
Oh,
Fuck.
Let me know if you
Are you
get
meaning a check or a save?
save.
Okay.
And let me know if you roll less than an 18.
Oh, I rolled a 16.
That's just the straight.
Yep.
Yep.
Less than a,
Hands up.
Didn't she say 18?
18.
it's less than a 15 too, so it's okay.
Wait. Damn it. I still get minus 1 to charisma.
What was the total?
Less than 18. If you got less than 18, put your hand up.
17.
All right. You 5. So not you. You're kind of focused on the bird. Hear that again. That creepy all around the mulberry bush. The monkey chased the weasel. Da 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 da. In the cave pops the weasels. Followed by do not enter.
Well, it seems to be adapting at least.
You know, I feel like
Well,
we
my
have
new-
moral of it.
Did you have the word cave before, or did you just get it in that creepy voice?
In the
Because-
creepy voice.
So, yep, he mimics cave in the creepy ass voice.
Also, all the words from Pop Goes the Weasel, he probably now has in that.
That creepy ass voice, yeah.
song too.
I'm not gonna do it to anybody, I promise.
I was about
But, like,
to have
if you,
Van
like-
say, I'm gonna let you know now, but if
I
you
need my
sing that
farm.
song, you are liable to get punched.
So,
My
by the
two
way,
people.
how much do I get from the flask?
It's just like,
It's just.
It's liquor. It
Yeah.
gives you a warm feeling.
yeah.
Okay, that works.
That said, as the do not enter, you feel a massive gust of wind as the fire surrounding that you just lit goes out and sends shivers on everybody's spines. Nocti, what you did not hear, you do feel the cold, icy burst of wind.
Did
What about
the
torches?
Torches go out as well.
Well, it says we shouldn't go in, so I'm assuming that means we gotta go in.
I hate to disagree with you, but yeah.
Same page here. As he's setting his torch down to relight
Must
it.
we?
So we're going into this cave where there's an evil thing. If they kidnapped 13 village girls and we need one more person, you in?
Fuck you!
Oh, bird person.
With like a little
Buddha.
bird wing. Fuck you!
I know my name, so no.
Wait, is that your bad shoulder?
How many feathers
That just got cut.
is lodged in
Like
that?
three charred feathers that reveal a massive axe gash along his arm as he's just.
You'll be fine.
I'm gonna reach over and grab my arm like it was like I'm in severe pain all of a sudden because of that.
I didn't hurt you that
Had a
bad.
very interesting recent events, other than just your uncle dying, eh? Judging from
How much
the
time do we
charred
have before we
feathers,
go
I'd
into
say
Let me
probably a
interject.
fire.
Oh.
Gonna go to the right.
Okay, your uncle is dead.
Got any family
Fire.
alive?
23.
Fuck you.
Yeah, you know that you're getting to that point where you've got about an hour and a half-ish until 3 a.m.
Okay.
Roll me a history check.
Can I explain to everybody like that when my character says "fuck you"? It's not just one phrase. It can be like multiple.
Yeah.
18.
And I
It's
think
like
they'll
Smurf.
actually no. We'll say that they've got to figure that out as
Okay.
you're interacting with them.
That works.
18.
You're recognized you have about an hour and a half. You know that the witching hour is the hour with which rituals take place, meaning you would probably want to go in with enough time beforehand to stop said ritual if you have to figure out where it's happening at.
Really quickly, my character has blood red eyes. Just so y'all know.
Oh
Okay.
no, spooky
Have you
eyes.
seen my character?
Actually, we should allow you. Go ahead and describe your character to them while I go pee because they are looking at you. I'm gonna.
So
go
my
pee.
character is a it has pitch black feathers with blood red eyes, and the skin underneath is like very brown. And I'm a 6 foot tall bird.
You're taller than me.
Shorter than me.
And I literally am 20 years old and weigh 120 pounds.
This is my character.
That's not bad. That's gorgeous
How
though.
much is a Reese's?
So Xanth, he's 5'3". Basically looks like your average healthy dude, except he's malnourished and his skin is very pale,
Well,
almost grayish,
I imagine like a ghoul color.
kind of like that.
and like I don't remember where I put this, but another like thing about my character is it's a very timid but brave creature.
Is that a good, like, body size for Buddha?
A bit wider stomach.
Okay. I will see what I can do.
His
Fat
name is
muscle.
spelled exactly like his real life counterpart.
Budha.
Except my boot is.
No, it's
actual muscle
Budha.
to it.
You're
Some
built like a
muscle.
sumo wrestler.
Some muscle tone in the arms, yeah.
But yeah, that's basically my character, and it says I'm a small character, but I'm fairly tall.
You're a big boy. You're small in the sense that you can squeeze into gaps that someone like Xanth.
I just wanted to let you guys know about the blood red eyes mainly because if we're in the cave and all of a sudden just my eyes, all you see is the blood red eyes. I didn't want to get hit in the face and get killed.
At least you didn't wake up swinging. Because Xanth was likely to swing back.
Does anybody have any questions like in game about my character?
Got no beans.
All right. What does the party do? Nocti, you're realizing that the ritual will start at 3 a.m., which means you probably want to give yourself some time to be able to stop it. You don't know any details about this ritual, how long it might take.
I share that with the group, but before we go in, do I know if I have enough time to take some of that moss that I got from the moss I talked to and make a small salve? Since I'm proficient with nature,
I think that would.
Are you proficient with either alchemy tool or like alchemist toolkit or like what tool proficiencies do you have?
let me
While she's figuring that out, Xanth is going to go around and relight all the sticks he put in the ground. Reestablish the barrier.
Yeah, it takes you a moment, but you've got a nice little barrier. And you do begin to hear echoing inside the cave.
Well, I don't know a whole lot about rituals, but considering the fact that we're able to hear very, very creepy singing coming from it, I'm guessing we're getting closer to some type of climax.
Well, I guess we better
Get your
head
minds
in.
out of the gutter, people.
Can you say cave for me?
Cave.
I was meaning like
In the creepy voice.
Cave.
Cave.
No, I don't have proficiency with any medicine alchemy,
Yeah.
but
So being proficient in nature, like you would know what herbs like you could eat to heal. You would not be able to turn it into something.
okay.
Um,
I'm sure I do. I just don't see anything on. Here.
It should be.
I'm proficient with alchemist tools, so if I see that her trying to do that, can I help her?
Like these are my proficiencies, but like I don't have a lute, I don't have a lyre, I don't have a drum, but it did give me other options.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I'm
just
getting
those.
flashbacks back to Sinbad.
There are feats and stuff that you can
The
do that
animated
would
movie?
eventually give you access to those. But yeah, you wouldn't be able to as it stands.
I'm glad somebody gets that reference. I'm not alone on that.
It was one of my
However,
favorite movies.
you could ask if anybody could.
I still have it.
I let the group know that we've got right about an hour before the ritual starts. We probably should go in sooner than later. We don't know how long it takes or when it's going to start, stuff like that. And then, can anyone make a salve?
What
with
is a
this?
salve?
A healing salve.
What are you holding?
I'm holding a.
The piece of moss from the moss you talked about earlier.
So what did you
Sorry.
need for?
Somebody who's proficient in like alchemy.
I can use
I can cook a
alchemic.
pretty mean gumbo, but I can't do anything else.
I can use alchemic tools.
I'm good with chewing things and making medicine-ish. I can chew on it.
So he raises a wing to signify he's got proficiency in something. He tells you he's good at making medicine.
I'm good at chewing things.
I can make a pretty mean gumbo.
I don't know what proficiency that is in D&D, but he does tell you he's good at chewing things. But he raises his wing.
I.
I'm from the city. I
Say-
ain't got no help here.
This, if you turn this into a salve, it will help heal
Make it gumbo.
your arm.
That would
good.
take you.
I don't think I have the tools though.
Do you?
I'm looking through my stuff right now. That's why I'm.
Yeah, because that would take you about 45 minutes with tools.
Ooh, that's going to too close.
How-
Half hours to
how
cut off
damaged
time.
does
No
he look?
time.
How damaged do you look?
I am at 12 health with 21 out of 21. 12 out
So
of
he looks kind of
Pretty.
fucked up.
So we slap some dirt on it, he'll be fine.
21. No time healing.
So, Creosis will kind of get close to him and say, "Don't move, I'll help."
Fuck you.
Also, just a heads up, you guys did spend enough time at the mouth of the cave doing light activity. You can treat that as having had a short rest. So any abilities that reset on a short rest, you can reset them.
Okay.
I can't remember if your lay on hands pull is a short rest or a long rest.
I'm like 80% sure that it's long rest.
Well, when he tells me to do the to stay still and not move, fuck you.
So I will give
Sorry.
him 5 points of healing.
Okay, so you take 5 health points.
What's the cooldown on those? Did I not write a cooldown? I'll have to bring up that character sheet.
So you kind he's fuck you, and you tap him and you kind of heal him. You notice something about it doesn't feel right.
Like the spell?
Like it works, but you get a weird tingling sensation in your arm.
From trying to heal me.
Yeah, it like you get the 5 points, but something feels off for you about that.
Question: mending. That's
Works
not
on-
a.
I think that's
Yeah,
for
yeah.
objects.
That's items.
That's what I thought.
It's called Cure Wounds if it's.
Howdy, bird
Okay.
friend.
Cue
How else do you
words,
trust me?
cue words,
Not enough.
healing word.
I'm actually kidding. I don't have that in my vocabulary. Fuck you.
I'm gonna take that as a yes. So I bend down, grab a clump of dirt, and I just slap it on his wound.
Fuck you.
It doesn't. It stops bleeding. Like yours got it to like close up to where it's really more of a scratch. Yours stopped like the little bit of scratching.
You're welcome.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Don't you mean thank you?
Fuck you.
but you could hypothetically mimic the thank you.
You're not my type.
Thank you.
Thank you. Like back in your own voice, you get a thank you.
I am uncomfortable.
We all are. So basically, I can mimic anything that I hear.
That you're a parrot. A literal parrot.
Actually, parrots take years to mimic things.
Okay, you're a smart fucking
Crows are
parrot.
really
You fucking smart parrot. Smarty little ass.
He's actually more akin to a crow or a raven.
Yep.
Due to the black coloration and the fact that crows and ravens learn stuff way faster. And also, if you want one bird that you should never fuck with, crows. They remember your ass and they spread it around.
Okay, that's a fun tangent.
Sorry.
But what are we doing, party?
I'm gonna like stand up and like just like stand up, see if I can keep my balance.
Yeah,
Okay, so we got.
you're well enough. You're like a little traumatized, but you're well.
Cool day.
Let's just
about
do
an
himself.
hour.
So I'm going to stand up and say we should probably head into the cave.
Fuck you.
Must we really?
But like
If we
while
want-
I'm saying
Unless
that,
we
I'm
want
like,
more of this darkness to spread throughout the end, who knows
Yes.
how much, I'd say we go. And considering the fact that I'm getting the creeps just by standing next to this cave, I say we go in and fuck up whatever's in there.
Yeah, let's go to the eye of the storm where it's calmest. Until it ain't.
Yeah. Plus, I've got some speculation, and I hope to gods I'm wrong.
I'll be
But-
right back in. My old lady's sitting out in the car shivering her ass off.
But I think
Oh.
that
Has she been there this entire time?
No.
I've tried telling her to come inside. She's telling me no.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure she hadn't been there this entire time.
No.
But I think that this ritual that they're performing tonight might have something to do with the creeping darkness. It's down south, right?
It's to the
Southwest.
to the east.
Southeast.
I got close enough to the cave that I know that it got really dark and everything. Would I know if the cantrip light works?
Try it.
Would I need to roll Arcana on that or just cast?
You could roll Arcana to see if you've ever experienced that kind of darkness and used light before, or you could just try it.
Okay, I cast cantrip light.
Yeah.
So now everyone can see. It's 10
I just
feet
got the
in
fuck
every
you, I don't wanna be in a building.
direction.
I just got the fuck you. I don't want to be in a building treatment.
People are fucking weird.
My car doesn't have heat.
she knows she can come in, right?
Yes, I told her that.
Do you just need like a ride home? Does she need to take the car home?
No, she has to stay in town because my sister's at prom right now.
So she can go. Oh.
Just don't go other places instead of just sitting in a parking lot freezing your buttocks off. Even if you just peruse around Walmart, they're open till 11.
She's got a Carhartt on right now, so.
I would like to grab one of the torches and walk towards the cave.
The light
as
cantrip works. As you enter with the torch, it goes out.
Let me see.
But as you cross the threshold of the cave with that torch and are only illuminated by the light,
Where do I go to have check if I have dark sight?
that would be under.
Dark vision.
Is my light
Other
working?
proficiencies
Yes.
and
It
link.
is working?
Yes.
Okay.
But
And
as
it's kind of a fluorescent blue color.
okay, as you enter and that flame is swallowed up, leaving only the light that is being absorbed. Not being absorbed, but that light, which is a little bit dimmer, like it's still covering the radius, but you notice it's not as bright.
Okay. Does that mean, so 20-foot radius around us is normal light, and then 40 foot from us, it's dim light?
Yeah.
So would it be 20-foot dim light, 40-foot no light?
The spell, for the sake of functioning, is working the same. It just doesn't look to be as bright to
Okay.
you, if that makes sense.
So we can see clearly in 10 feet like it's normal
20 feet.
daytime.
We can see
20
clearly
feet,
now
sorry.
that
Yeah.
the rain is gone.
We can see clearly in 20 feet,
But
but as it
and
slowly
guys,
gets farther out,
this
it
is what I'm
slowly
talking about when I
fades
say
to
like the talking. If you have something to ask, can we please? Because I've been interrupted 4 times trying to get this description out, and I know you want to know. I'm not mad. It's
Yeah,
just
no.
like, it's like ah.
No, my bad.
No, you're good. Just like the finger thing. If you want to turn, I will get to you. I promise. But as that happens, you all then hear So, my little weasels, you've decided to come play? Come a little deeper then, if you dare.
Sure can. Sugar tits. Let's go. I'm sorry.
No, I'm actually not sorry.
Can I roll a stealth to like sneakily get in the cave?
So he's entered the cave. You're sneaking into the cave. Kraosis, what are you?
I'm going to by Bubba as far forward as possible with my shield raise.
Okay.
I'm gonna be right behind Bubba.
You're right behind Bubba. Nocti, what about you?
I'm probably in the center, that way everyone has enough light. I am being careful with my step, but other than that, I'm not particularly stealthy.
Okay. What was your stealth?
A nat 1 plus 3.
You're the loudest.
You
person.
literally trip over a fucking rock. You're like, watch me be so sneaky. I'm gonna show these people. Conk! You hear a loud thud as it echoes around the cave. Kiana, where are you kind of falling in this?
I am just kind of behind Xanth with my bow drawn, like.
So you're kind of coming in from behind at the flank, just. So you're kind of, you and Buddha are kind of leading the charge. You've got your shield. Buddha's just like, whatever.
does not care.
You just ate shit. You're kind of in between. Xanth's kind of behind you, and you're kind of at the furthest with your bow out. As you enter, everybody, if your passive is higher than a 13.
Passive for...
Passive perception.
I have been one short this whole night.
What?
What's perception?
Let me see.
It's at the very bottom
Passive
of your...
perception. Your passive is 10 plus the modifier.
Passive perception is exactly 13. It meets it, beats it.
Mine's at 13.
13. Kraosis?
11.
11. So you missed this.
14.
14. So you two, you, Kiana.
11.
So you two miss it. So you three. Wow. The fact that you do have perception than me is 30 is hilarious to me.
Can I make mention that Xanth is pretty much trying to keep an eye on everybody in the party at once?
Yeah. That's justify it however you want to, buddy.
He is still trying to keep an eye on everyone.
You three notice more of those deep claw gashes and blood. You notice the smell and scent of it. But you all collectively feel like, you know that like you're being watched feeling when you like watched a horror movie and you're sitting alone at night?
Paranoia.
You kind of got that going. Like this.
I don't know that feeling.
I got used to that.
You ever
Must be
just been
nice.
like spooked the fuck out? You're just like scared for no reason. You feel
Yes.
like somebody's watching you. That's the vibe that you're getting here, where it's just, you get the feeling that it wouldn't have mattered like if you had tripped or not. No matter how sneaky you were, you'd feel like there were eyes on you.
Run!
And then the Kenku, you barely know, just goes, run!
Ha! No.
Additionally, where that light begins to get dim, as is always the case when you're just a little creeped out, I'm gonna actually have everybody roll me wisdom saves. And let me know if you get less than a 15.
14.
Raise your hand if you got less. Okay. The three of you, every time you kind of look beyond the bright light into the dim light, you almost feel like you're seeing like the glowing of eyes. Occasionally you'll think you see a shadow of something skitter across, or you'll hear footsteps. And it's kind of like, it's so fleeting that you're like, my brain's making this up, but you almost kind of second guess whether you are. And with that, I'm going to have everybody give me their D10s. They're D percentiles, not your actual D10.
Which one is that? It's this one, I think, right? That's this one, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna give you a nicer looking one.
We also have, if you're needing characters, we have a whole bunch of.
Yeah, or you actually feel free to look through the character things if you find a miniature that works for you.
This one's metal, so.
Is this the same one? Yeah, it is. Okay. Here you go.
Do you not want to?
Did you want to look at the figurines?
Oh, I didn't realize there were figurines. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Because I think that's probably the closest to being like what it can be possibly. Or maybe for Kiana.
I'm sorry, Garrett. This one's painted.
Sorry.
My the queer in me was like,
I don't have a good one for you.
Right.
So you can hand me one and we'll just know it's yours, or you can look through theirs.
Hey, yeah, do I have a base for you?
No, I don't think the Raptors came with the base.
I'll be these one.
Just grab here.
Yep.
Kevin, I need to open this. Oh, maybe. I got
He
it.
has a shovel. I know it's not supposed to be a shovel. It looks more like an axe now that I'm seeing it.
I
But
don't
it
know if
looks like
that'll
a shovel.
stand up, but we can try.
I'm a raptor. Just for the bird part, because in genuine like dinosaurology, raptors were small little critters that had
Zoology?
whatever it is.
If it
Can I do a
doesn't
Reese's
fit,
real fast?
Hold on.
Go
It
get one, I'll
would-
just tab
He
it.
doesn't have any tackling.
Do you need my binder again?
Yes.
Is the raptor not
Even this
working?
out. No,
I
it
have
will
a
if
no-arm
I have this flat.
raptor.
Nope. The raptor works if this
We'll
is
just go
flat.
with this. The smallest piece on there.
Should mine be laying down since it's on the since I
You would
it's
get up.
in-
That's kind of like an assumed action. I would just have you get up.
Okay. I just wanted to ask.
So as you're walking in the narrow entrance, all of a sudden it kind of opens up into a forked path. There's a left and there's a right. How do you guys determine which direction to go? Specifically, you two are leading the way. So this is predominantly for Criosis and Buddha.
Alright, so we don't split the party.
Can I
I
randomly
agree.
just take
Let
a sniff
each
in
pick
both
up a rock,
directions, see what if
throw
I
it
can
as
pick
hard as
anything
we
up?
can down both ways and see if we hit a wall.
Also, didn't you notice the marks?
That's a 15.
Can't you see which way has the
Yeah.
most marks?
Travis, I'm taking a jerky. What?
Okay.
That's a 15.
Okay, so you kind of lean around, take a sniff both directions. They both have that pungent smell of like blood and darkness if darkness was a
Steel
spell.
blood.
Can I look down both paths, see which side has more claw marks on the walls? Thank you.
Roll.
Excuse me, sorry.
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
Can I tell them it smells the same?
With your limited vocabulary, how would you do that?
Nose sounds funny.
Finally, a decent roll. 16.
Okay. I'm trying to see how he works this out with the limited words he knows.
Smell same. Oh.
Smell same home.
So what, like your dead uncle?
Smells the same as
Jesus Christ, Buddha!
I thought you were the nice one.
I'm blatantly out just gonna yell, "Fuck you!"
That
It
was
echoes
No.
around the cavern. With your 16, it seems like the left path, but you notice the claw marks stop on both sides. The only thing that continues is a smeared handprint of what looks to be an oozy blackish blood.
On which side?
Blood.
That seems like the way we gotta go then.
Black here.
Yep. Alright, go left.
Okay. Party heads left.
All right.
I've never been in charge of something before. I feel so powerful.
Yeah, this is actually a first.
Really quickly, I know this is random, but what does the like red star mean next to like damage stuff?
Star.
Yeah. It's more like an asterisk. But
Oh. Hang on. Sickness. Skin energies. 2-day poison. No, that's good. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
2d8 necrotic damage. It's a good spell, by the way.
like what I'm meaning is that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe that it's an artificer spell?
No, because then Firebolt would have it too.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have
Okay.
to Google that.
I just wanted to ask because I saw that because I was just like looking through my stuff and It was weird.
Did you by chance multi-class? No, you couldn't have. Not at level 3.
I did.
There'd be no point. Really?
Not right
As
now.
you begin to head down the left path, I also took a starburst.
Okay.
You start to notice that it's no longer a hand dragging. You start to see runic symbols drawn in a very different kind of blood. This is a normal reddish, bluish blood that has been oxidized as opposed to this blackish, bile-y blood.
Is there anything I can do to see what language the runic symbols are in?
Yeah, as you're passing them, you can stop and you can roll me an Arcana check. Anybody who wants to can.
I got a 16.
I'm gonna roll for blue.
Okay.
Blue got a 4.
Pretty symbols on wall make brain go brr.
Fuck it.
19.
Everyone else is
19.
looking. I'm
Blue got a 4. Grail won't roll.
Okay, so 19,
12.
12. So the 16 and the 19.
I was 16.
19.
Jesus Christ, Buddha.
Buddha knows all the shit.
Xanth read books, not the fancy ones.
Aye!
The,
I would, of course, put a starburst in my mouth right before I put those in.
oh, of course.
DM.
You recognize these from the cover of your grandfather's leather
Uncle,
journal.
you mean?
Your uncle's leather journal. You don't know what they mean, but they look similar. You've never been given a name for them, but you know that your uncle had expressed that this was very, like a very, very old language that very few people could read.
Was I learning it with him?
No.
Or
Your uncle was very protective of the journal. Buddha,
Here.
with your 19, you recognize these to be a forbidden runic language
can I get a piece of paper so I can store it?
used
You got it.
by, not used, but that was kind of forbidden. It was a big deal when they had found a text, like a book
Thank you.
of these symbols in your village, that they referred to as never speech.
What would I roll for?
He rolled for you.
Oh,
Yeah,
did I
roll the
roll
4.
decent?
No.
Don't touch my dice.
I'm sorry.
They called it never speech, and it was specifically banished. The only person that you knew who could decipher them was a barbarian priestess from one of your villages who essentially was exiled for exploring the dark arts, named Astok.
I'm gonna just say to the party, recognize symbols. Well, no, I gotta do it in a better way because I don't know that. I don't know symbols.
Yeah, we're gonna have to collectively determine, we'll have to get like a vocab list for what he can, so you can just go down it.
That's fair.
I'm gonna.
But you do have the leather-bound journal. You could pull that out and,
I'm gonna pull it out and I'm gonna walk up to, what's your name again?
Noctiluca.
I'm gonna walk up to Noctiluca and show her the journal and point to the symbols in the journal at the same time.
roll me an intelligence, just straight intelligence.
Straight
How do you spell the stock?
ASTOK.
13.
Thank you.
You're like, these look very similar. You can't, in the same way that you're like, this looks very similar, it's probably the same. You're like, these look like these could be from the same language, but I would literally have to sit and copy down and do a comparison of every symbol in here and what few symbols are on the cover of this.
New person has a book with these symbols.
Well, at least someone's
Nice.
understanding something about these.
Buddha asks you to see the book. What'd you say, Zan? I'm sorry. sorry.
At least somebody's understanding these weird symbols.
Yeah, to you guys who didn't roll high enough, these look for some of you they might look like runes. For others, they might just look like somebody was just fucking around with blood
I
on them.
imagine Xanth
So
actually
I
the
did-
party
I
kinda
put a
just
thumbs down.
collectively stops. He just looks and goes,
He tells you no, you can't see the book.
eh.
And I put the book back in my bag. Or
But-
whatever.
You are familiar with this, like you recognize these symbols
Understand.
as never speech.
I relay this to y'all. Somebody in my tribe kind of like studied dark arts, and this was part of that, and they got exiled.
Very bad stuff.
Don't know jack shit about it, but just letting y'all know.
What is it?
Never speech.
Are you going to finish that sentence?
Never speech.
So by
Oh,
the
it's
way,
a language.
with my Kenku thing, do I actually
Just have
can I like mimic
that a whole
every
time.
single word that I hear, or
Yeah.
is it just like certain ones that I pick up on more?
You can mimic most of what you hear, yeah. I would say all of them for the sake
So
of ease.
common words you'll be able to have perfectly fine, but rarer words.
By the way, I'll let her do her thing.
Him. As
Or
your
him, sorry.
character is putting the book away because you told him no, I asked you, do you need something in? Is that important? Can I give you something so he can look at it and then he'll give it back?
No trade.
What if I said
I
I'm
like
sorry
this
about your dead uncle? Well, good. I'm glad he's dead.
That makes you a little sad.
You
Yeah.
just see a singular tear fall down my like feathers.
You went from being
I'm
the
kidding, that
nicest
was a
dude
joke,
in the
I'm so
entire
sorry.
group to being the biggest
Once-
asshole I have ever met.
One 6-year-old warlock just changed him from literally to chaotic fucking evil out here.
By the way, I can. My 3 languages are Oran, Common, and Draconic.
Okay.
Dang, you know more than Xanth.
That means you understand them though
Don't
with
use my
Kenku.
pen for that.
I was just like relaying the message.
Okay.
I apologize. That was a joke.
Fuck you. And like I hold up a thumb like saying fuck you.
Like it's okay.
Fuck you too.
Question.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have wings. You don't really have fingers.
There's just feathers.
They do. So typically, like wings, especially like the way we look at.
I'm just trying to
Kenkus,
vision.
They do have like the curved feathers out. And like the way that you notice when you're looking at Kenkus is that you can imagine like there's like the 5 rounded feathers that they're able to like
Okay.
hold a feather finger up. That's the way I've always imagined it with Kenku.
Mordecai from regular show.
that's a great one.
He's
That is a
actually a
good-
fucking Kenku.
But do you guys continue going left?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure. Why not?
I tried.
That's the thing, it's mimicry.
This always
Doesn't
ends
have
up
to
me
be
and you. We
exact.
must be a great duo.
Uh-huh.
It's like doing terrible voice acting. Yes, you
As-
can do a voice, but you can't do it perfectly.
It feels like you've been walking for a hot minute. When you reach what seems to be a wall, sort of a dead end, but you do see more never speech on the wall. You see a big circle in the shape of a hand, and you see symbols along it.
I'm gonna put my hand on it.
It doesn't do anything.
I'm gonna pull out my uncle's journal
Is
and
that- I
open
don't
it
have
up and
that
look
now?
through like quickly graze through the pages, see if I see anything familiar.
Roll me a wisdom check. What's up, Blue?
So, I'm gonna bring it over to you because I'm just looking at my spells to see what I can do.
Oh. They're
And
actually going in my favor right
Like if
now.
I were to cast this one, it's gonna
Yes,
flip the
sir.
slot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, these ones I have at will.
Yeah, so those are still gonna use slots. So as a warlock, which is what this is, right?
This is a bard.
So these are spells that you have at will that you don't have spell slots for.
Ow.
I'm gonna have to send me the link to a character sheet because I'm gonna have to. So this one you get one use of. Here's where I'm confused with these. You can't. There's no way. Like if you notice, you can't actually click to cast them, which means that these are higher level spells that you got somewhere that you don't have access to at this level.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah. So like nature magic, call to life. So these are 3rd level spells, and you don't have any 3rd level spells.
Okay,
slots
those
yet.
could be a racial ability.
Yeah, those I think are racial abilities
So
that
they're
you.
not.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you don't have the spell slots to be able to
So
use them yet, but you
it's
do
not
have.
that I can just cure wounds at any point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
So, with the rooms that we're seeing around this hole in the wall, what type of...
You don't see them yet because you are at the back of the group,
Okay.
and you just know you're stopped.
I rolled a 16 on wisdom.
So as you're kind of scrolling through, you do recognize some of the symbols, but there is nothing in any of the 3 languages you understand.
I mean, like, if I, like, recognize, like, if there's anything matching the hand.
No.
Okay.
I roll history to see if I
I'm
know
gonna-
anything about like what the barbarian priestess of stock was saying.
Roll history.
Thank you.
I'm gonna close the book and, like, put it away.
Okay. Also, as we're approaching 10, what are hard outs tonight?
Huh?
So like hard outs for me are like, hey Sierra, I need to leave here by like at this time. This is the latest I can be here to play. It's okay to say I don't have a hard out, but if you have a hard out, I need to know so I can be mindful of that.
I don't technically have it.
3 a.m.
Okay. Noted.
What was that?
He's my ride, so I
What's
don't care.
yours?
Okay.
I work here, so anytime I leave.
As long as you're here, I'm here.
I don't really have
When I
one,
leave,
but
everyone
I
else
would like to
does.
get out so I can let my dogs outside
Yep.
at some point.
So we'll probably play until 11 at the latest tonight.
Okay.
Because that's a pretty solid hard out for me. Just because, like, I like you guys, but not like
Yeah,
indie
not
next
for
day
me
night.
personal time.
Uh-huh.
I need. Is that not a natural 20
Yes, that is.
with a +3?
Buddha,
I'm so happy.
sweet baby Buddha, with your natural 20 plus 3 for a
I'm jack shit
23.
you are.
You do,
Oh
actually.
my god.
Your dad is a pretty high member of the tribe. And in fact, he was responsible for enforcing your Aunt Ostok's exile.
Shoot my aunt?
She was your aunt.
Oh my god.
Because I decided it, because I can do whatever I want, because you haven't given me a solid backstory yet.
But thank you for the idea.
But you did spend a bit of time, and you remember something she said about never speech being a very complicated language that existed before the dawn of any plane of existence. And its power came not only from its primordial existence, but from the power it could utilize harvesting life essence. Along with that, you specifically remember that part of the reason why her type of magic, not just because it was considered a dark magic, was not welcome, but because it was considered a form of blood magic, which was always considered tainted by your tribe. And oftentimes, blood sacrifices were required within this magic. Roll me a perception check.
So I'm actually going to take. I'm going to try something just out of the blue. I'm going to take my journal out and touch it to the hand mark.
You kind of reach past Crayosis and him, and it doesn't do anything.
So it's
Okay,
good.
Dipper.
Until 7.
I know this music.
I just thought it would be something to try.
I'm giving you shit.
Yeah, you're kind of like trying to. You're like thinking of everything you know too much to even notice. Crayosis, you're also up front. Can I get a perception? Yes, Sam.
At this point, as he's thinking of all that,
Character to character. Can I borrow one of the arrows real fast?
been like, why are we stopped?
So Xanth makes his way
I'm-
kind of
I'm
forward,
behind Sam.
Alright,
and he kind of looks at you two, and he's like, "Why are we stopped?" What was your perception?
7.
Like
You have
him,
a sharp
you're just
weapon.
looking at this like those are some symbols.
Actually, pulls
So
off a sigil.
is he the one asking why we're
do.
stopped?
May
Yeah.
I borrow that?
I'm gonna like
You'll
because
get it back, I promise.
because I recognize
gonna
that he's
cut
asking
yourself?
why. I'm gonna pull out the
Kinda.
journal and like point. He doesn't see the symbols, does
Just
he?
trust the process. and
He
have
sees
faith
them
in
now
your
that he's
skills.
pushed up front.
Okay. I'm gonna like tap him on the shoulder with like a feather, like a finger feather, and I'm gonna pull out my journal and point to the book and the symbols at the same time.
I just asked him for if he had a sharp weapon too.
Because I haven't heard the word simpler yet, so.
You have sharp weapons, don't you?
No.
Wait,
Xanth has a sickle, and
Main
he
weapon,
actually just
hands, objective,
pulled it out,
throw
spun
it
it
on.
around really cool, and caught it. And like, yes, actually, I do have a sharp weapon.
I'm asking if I can borrow it.
Do you loan him your weapon?
You'll get it
Yeah.
back. I promise.
You two back here just like, we've been stopped for a hot minute.
He flips it around and catches the blade and hands it
is
to
he
you.
just asking
I
the
better
entire
get
party?
this back,
No,
or I
he's-
will use a hammer.
Because
I got it.
I was about to say, like, because I have crossbow bolts, I was just gonna whip one out so he didn't have to give up his weapon. Like,
So as you hand your sickle, you whip out the crossbow bolt.
This will work better.
Gotta be quicker than that, bud.
Rejected.
So, I just want to like put a good old gash in my hand real fast and then put my hand up to the handprint.
Go ahead and take 2 points of damage.
Cool.
It's 1d4.
But as you put your hand into that hand mark, you almost feel something sucking at your hand.
Kinky door.
So I throw it back over the blade, hand it to you. So yeah.
Well,
Thanks.
you feel that sucking, and you watch as the runes kind of fill with that reddish blood and glow a little bit. For you three who are up front, this is very visually like bright, but in like a very unsettling way. You're watching this blood kind of flow and run as it lights up, and the door or the wall you watch kind of gets thinner, but kind of dissipates a little bit. It's sheer. It's almost like creating a veil.
Okay.
However, 1 second. Roll me a let's call it perception for you,
Why are you looking at? Okay.
Because you are. still
because you're in the back.
19. Wait, perception. 22.
You hear the sound of something thudding through the caves behind you.
Nocti, we need to.
Then
we
you
need to-
hear a roar as something rounds, and in front of you is what looks to be a little bear cub. Its jaw snapped open and just disheveled. You see its tongue sticking out. You see black ooze coming from it.
Dude, you killed its mom. It's coming for you.
Thank you. I was waiting for the moment.
I was just thinking, it's like, shit. It,
I was
it
about
was
to-
the mother.
I was about to say, you found the baby.
As it comes up behind you and raises a massive paw. And I'm gonna go to the bathroom while everybody rolls initiative. Please do not yell your initiative rolls, just hold them because I won't be able to note them down in the bathroom anyways.
Protect me while Coney's sucking me dry.
Also, Buddha,
Yeah.
and Crayosis, and Zan, I need perception rolls from you three.
Just.
That's gonna be.
just stuck in midair. Just like mid shooting.
Perception. Ooh, I have advantage in this.
Nice.
I'm trying to advantage. Are you fucking?
Once. Fucking go.
I rolled good for initiative.
Reroll.
How do I do?
I
I am not aware. I am
Okay, I'm-
entranced by these
Reroll,
fucking
you have to
lights.
take whatever that
I got a
is.
nat fucking 20 again.
7.
Dirty.
I do not know what the fuck
It's
is
all
going
right.
on behind me.
I rolled good
better.
enough for the both
Thank
of
you for
us.
reminding me. It's like.
I'm saving my rerolls.
Do
Because
I
I
want
have
to
two
reroll
of
this?
I'm saving them for I don't know what. They're gonna be something stupid, like I want to like grab something and
I want to rob this
I want to
place.
pet the squirrel. You fail at petting this. It's like, wait,
Yes.
shit, wait, hold on.
I'm so happy.
There we go. I pet the squirrel.
At 3 points, I kind of want to reroll this so I'm not completely stupid.
This is an initiative. Oh no, you guys have to roll perception.
Yeah, that's what I'm debating. Initiative, I rolled.
Your hand is just stuck to this symbol.
I rolled good on
Here, doing that. Can I pay
initiative.
for my stuff?
Yeah.
I rolled a total of 14 on initiative.
Drink is
So
free.
pretty solid.
Better than me. I rolled a 12.
But for perception, I rolled 7.
Again?
And that's with a +4. I
didn't do the reroll yet.
I rolled a fucking.
Yeah, I get plus 4 to perception and I rolled a 7.
You can reroll it. You just have to tell her you used one of your rerolls.
All of these are
Nat 20.
I mean,
Plus 3.
it's the best thing to do. By the way, I hope I'm playing off my Kenku roll. Okay.
You're doing pretty good.
You're doing right. I mean, you're certainly taking a bullying pretty well.
Taking a what?
A bullying.
As far as you guys know,
You've been getting your butt kicked by us so far.
I've been getting my butt kicked by myself.
And emotional.
I face planted into the dirt.
I
You know
slapped
what?
some dirt on you, so you already had some.
Yeah, we'll reroll that perception check. I'm down to 2. Come on, give me something good, please. That's better. That is a 21.
By the way, I have thieves' tools.
I can cook a pretty mean gumbo.
like the alternate arts
That cooks utensils.
So my proficiencies, because I'm an artificer, one of my proficiencies is firearms.
Kaboom stick.
But for tools, I'm proficient with alchemist supplies, dice sets, smithing tools, and thieves' tools and tinker tools.
Well, we have something that we're both proficient with. Blue stools. And dice. Black blood. From a very, very dark background.
I've got a horrific backstory.
We all kind of do. I'm not trying to one-up you, but we all kind
I
of
don't have one.
We all kind
No, I'm not meaning like the story that brought me into this. My backstory has something even worse than just my uncle dying.
You told me it was partly from your past experiences and the fact that you were
Yeah.
constantly being blamed for molesting your
Yeah, that part.
little sister.
I still get blamed for it to this day.
Cockload of shit.
I live with it.
It's okay, sugar tits. It's okay.
I find it funny as hell that Buddha, before the 6-year-old, was this happy, very go-lucky guy like, hey, you're nice, I'm nice, we're all nice. After the 6-year-old, fuck you.
Fuck you, you cool. Fuck you.
Literally.
Well, I went with the as I said, my first like ever thing heard was "fuck you." So like, and I
it
said,
kind of became your go-to
and I'm
phrase.
trying to say it in like different pitches to make it sound different.
Trying out different voices. Because a lot of
Fuck
people
you.
say fuck you. So you have the normal one there, and then you can change to like a Smeagol voice. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Stitch voice, yeah. So you can add different voices.
And that's
that
what I'm
way.
probably gonna do is like for the nicer ones, I'll probably do like Stitch and
You'll do nicer, happier, brighter voices, but
Fuck
mean
you.
words, that's things.
Suck him in.
But for mean words, like you're trying to insult somebody, switch to a Smeagol voice or
And I'm
a
trying to
very
just-
deep baritone.
I know some of the things I've said haven't actually been things that I probably haven't heard, but it's just like it's
if
hard
it's
not to.
commonplace to hear, then you most likely heard it.
Not gonna believe it. Roll a nat 20.
Again,
Love
Again.
that for you.
So I did
I know,
use one of my
right?
points for
rolls
that
are actually getting
perception.
good.
Okay.
The first one was a 7, but the second one was a 21.
Did you use it for advantage or a reroll?
Reroll.
if you go look over
did I have to roll for perception too?
No, because you're one behind them.
It was just us.
Well, by the way, I was wanting to ask you, do I see that the like runes are glowing? Or do I like
You would see the glow kind of radiate.
okay. Because I know that I actually shoved past Kraos. I shoved past him to touch the book. to
Yeah, we just had that as kind of reaching over because he's a dwarf.
Oh yeah, since I'm so tall, I was just.
Yeah.
Yeah, I high-fived the wall.
Who's
I'm
the tall?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I would give it a minute.
Probably so.
I'm just gonna be adding.
What?
I'm just gonna be adding to smell. So
That just.
So
I'm just trying to be supportive of your senses,
question:
man.
who's the tallest one in the party?
I think Buddha was like 6'4", wasn't he?
6'4".
So I'm.
Sean was a Goliath, though.
Huh?
Yeah. Did we ever find out what's going on there? Okay. All right.
It's been a while. I haven't talked to him.
If you want, I can talk to him tonight.
I'll probably call him.
I'm not super worried about it. We'll wait for Xanth and then
As of currently, I'm the tallest.
no, I will get those when Xanth's back because I do it a specific way.
Okay.
just to make it easier for bookkeeping.
So-
You're unplugged.
Yeah, fuck. Well, thank you, because that would not be good if my iPad died. We'd have to call session regardless of where we were.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna ask, if I, so, as you said, I can say like the words that I hear.
Yeah.
So, and I know I have to like learn to watch it a little bit more. And I'm trying to like now that you said something. But what if there's a phrase like I like think that I've heard, but I just like want to clarify?
It's your background. So like that's up to you.
Because as you said, we don't see very many humans.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean we don't see a lot of like orcs, trolls, and stuff like that.
And again, like you might know those phrases in a different language, but you would only be able to mimic them in the language you heard.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where it's like
So does Kenku have their own language, or is it just like fully mimicry?
it's like nonverbal communication is what they typically use.
Because I noticed that it didn't like have a language for.
Yeah, I imagine it's I think the basis and why they can't talk is because it's predominantly nonverbal.
Okay.
Looks like it's
Well, I was just wanting to ask because I know that I was saying a couple things that weren't like something you'd think a Kenku could have heard.
It's not necessarily that it couldn't have, it's just we gotta be mindful because otherwise we're just like
Well, and as I was explaining, I was also like when I was at the like Xerox or Zero or Zoex is what it is, right?
yeah.
When I was there, like as I said, I was a watch. Like I was like always watching things to make sure everything was okay. So I didn't know if there was like something random I heard that I picked up.
You can see that one. And it's balanced. It's not a.
But
You're gonna learn a lot from me.
I'm just trying to get it clarified because I know Kenkus don't technically have their own type of speech.
Yeah, and most of that is probably nonverbal communication, right? Like birds don't typically like talk with one another.
No. Well, I guess yeah, but like there's like crows and stuff, which I based my character off of is like
Yeah.
a crow. But that's kind of why I was trying to just make sure.
Yeah,
that-
I think the concept with kenkus is that those sounds are mostly animalistic to humans, so it wouldn't be anything that has like. It's not something that if you weren't a kenku, you would be able to like.
It's not something you can translate with comprehend language.
Yes. Yeah, essentially.
There's no translation to that language.
Alrighty. Yeah, I was just like, because I've never actually been able to play as a Kenku. I never even knew they existed.
You're
so
good. Clarification is always good.
I've also never played a bard in my life or a magic user. So anyone is more than welcome to point out things like, hey, your character can do this at any point because, again,
does your character have bardic inspiration yet?
yes,
Okay.
I have 4 of them at my level currently.
I just wanted to check and see
That's gonna help a lot.
Yes.
because I know that one of our other campaigns that I played in had a bard that used bardic inspiration.
Taco
So-
Bell goes in there.
And then I know
That's
if any of you
literally
watched,
anybody that
Vox
has
Machina,
that works here, except for me.
Scanlan
The
uses
entire
Mage
diet
Hand
of
as a
every
way of
employee
transportation.
here
Yeah.
at the dugout
So-
is Taco Bell.
All right. Those 3 perception checks from the 3 of you in front.
7.
7.
Nat 20,
Not
23.
20.
21.
21. You two, as that begins to fade, see 3 more of. You okay, Blue?
Yeah.
The
Sure.
tip off the brick fell off.
Oh, I fucking hate when that happens.
Yeah. We're probably not gonna find it.
I have magnet.
And that's why I no longer have my
Use tiny
Monroe.
magnet, and I don't know if it'll work on the piercing.
I was just wanting to check and see if it somehow fell.
Gauges really come out, so I'm showing you.
It's okay.
No piercings.
Only piercings. Not getting anything else pierced.
Except for piercing stupidity.
You can continue.
As you see 2 more of those gnarled bear cubs coming forward. One, the entire half of its face is nothing but skeleton. There's no flesh to be seen. Another one, its entire paw is just disintegrated into nothing but bone, with little bits of patches of flesh and fur here and there. and black bile. And with that, they are coming from this direction.
Would I notice them?
No, you are dead center. You would hear them, but you would not be able to see or gauge that that's what that
Even
is.
if I'm taller than the people standing in front of me?
You're not taller than Buddha, and you are not tall enough to like effectively see over the 6 foot Kenku. Like you're 6'2". I don't know if you've ever stood behind somebody who's only like 2 inches. Really, you're not seeing over them very well.
Yeah, just finger up first.
Yes.
Do I notice any of them? Because
You would hear.
I'm not.
You're standing directly behind Criosis, so as they get closer, you would.
Okay. That's what I was just. Yeah. Okay, your turn.
Buddha.
Is my hand still attached to the wall?
No, you were able to pull it back once it kind of like when you felt it disintegrate. You felt it kind of become not there.
Okay. So is my hand like bleeding, or is it just kind of like?
You have a cut on your hand.
He's up a cut. All right.
It's
Those
not
of you
gonna
who
hit
got 20 through 25
For
for initiative. Okay,
I
raise your
don't-
hand if you got 20 through 25, and I will call on you to get the number. Okay,
I don't
Travis,
know
what'd you
my
get?
dirty 20.
Nocti.
23.
Okay, 15 through 20. Criosis, what'd you get?
16.
5 through 10.
I got an 8.
I got
1 through 5?
Oh, sorry, I zoned out. I rolled 14.
Okay.
I got a 12.
Okay. Buddha, 12. And you said you got
14.
Kiana, what's your initiative modifier?
+4.
Okay. So initiative order is going to be Nocti, Kiana.
Wait, what?
How does holding a turn work? Does that mean you lose your initiative order?
So hold turn means that you're basically readying an action is what you're doing when you're holding a turn. So you say, if X happens, I'm gonna do Y. And so you're holding your turn until X happens, and then when X happens, then you can do the Y thing. If X doesn't happen, then you kind of lost your turn. Does that make sense?
Okay, but it doesn't like remove you.
No.
No, it doesn't remove you from the initiative.
I should have been ready to do this because I can use this pretty much whenever as long as I have that take.
We are about to F up some bear cubs.
Also,
I hurting
you
myself?
told me to remind you I have the thing with the wild magic.
Okay. Pull up your wild magic table.
I don't have that, and I don't know where to find it.
I got
If you, so you're a wild magic sorcerer, right?
No.
Well, it's still wild magic surge, right? That's what you're trying
This
to.
is the item I have. You
When
told me to remind you when we're in battle.
what's your
Man.
okay? So that's only gonna happen when you use a meta magic option.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, so use your sorcerer. So when you come down here to your
I know.
Let's make it clear, like.
I'm not a sorcerer.
I know. No, I. Trust me, I've heard that.
okay, then that wouldn't apply because you don't have any meta magic
Okay,
options.
cool.
Cool. Okay.
I remember that's
Win,
what
what's
wild
your
Or
what's
not
your
doing it.
what is your initiative modifier?
+3.
Okay.
Oh, are we just doing the like initiative without?
No, I
the
just needed to.
modifier?
When there's ties, I use the initiative modifier to determine who goes
Okay.
first.
Travis used movement speed.
I respect that. And
like-
then
Physically, if you
What's
can
up,
move
Buddha?
faster,
Would I be able to
just
rage
faster.
before we technically like get into combat?
nope.
It's a bonus action, so you'll take
Yeah.
one round of full damage.
Sometimes-
but then rage and you're good.
Sometimes, if you were to get enough like heads up that combat was gonna happen, I'd give like right if you were just going in and like you were like the rituals around the corner, I'd go before you guys enter combat. I'll each give you guys like one round of action. But because they're coming up on you, you wouldn't have enough time to take. Like,
They
a
would
round of
technically
actions.
get the round of action versus us.
Yeah.
Alright.
So The order for initiative: Nocti, Kiana, Cub 1, Cub 2, Crayosis, Xanth, Buddha, Win, Cub 3. This is 1. This is 2.
Didn't you say 3 entered in front of him?
No, just 2. Did I say 3?
Yeah, that's what I.
I meant 2. Okay.
I'm behind, 2 in front.
Things to remember. 1, you just opened that doorway in front of you. You do not know how long that's going to stay open. Which means stand in that doorway at your own goddamn risk. Additionally, I don't have a dry... Travis, is there a dry erase here?
Run, Travis, run!
Alright. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do then.
Remember, we are not rushing anybody. Like, this is the first combat with these characters, really. So, like, if it takes you a minute to look over your character sheet, that's okay. We're not... Nobody's gonna be like, Jesus Christ, Chris, hurry up.
That's why I'm looking it over now.
Yeah, same.
But I will give you... So what I do...
Oh, this is a big hallway.
Oh, it's a funky looking hallway. What are these?
Oh, this music.
That would have been nice to know.
What?
I'll explain later.
Can't go here or here.
Can't go over it, can't go around it.
Okay.
Must go through it.
What was I saying? I was saying something before I got distracted with doing that.
You were warning us about the doorway. Of how
You got warned about the doorway. You do have your rerolls. This is first combat, so we're gonna be patient with each other. Take your time, but also, oh, that's what it is. The way we're in combat is when it's your turn, I say, like, so for example, Nocti, you're up. Kiana, you're on deck. When I say you're on deck, that is a really good time to maybe start going over and figuring out what you want to do. So, like, that will help speed things along a little bit, but also don't feel like you have to have it all figured out as soon as I say, hey, it's your turn.
Oh, those are right in front of us, okay.
Yeah. So, with that, Nocti, you are up. Kiana, you are on deck.
I can't see anything.
Well, you heard things coming, and I'm imagining your teammates probably. I would say it's safe to assume somebody says, "Hey, there's a fucking bear." I imagine
Zombie
you
bear!
say "zombie bear," and you guys say "zombie bears." So you do know that something is going on. I would consider that an assumed action. You also do have room to go around, like behind Travis, because you do hear the noises happening behind him.
I guess probably the first thing I would do is, I guess, cast Bardic Inspiration. You're in front.
Yeah.
I'll cast Bardic Inspiration on Buddha. You gain 1d6 for 10 minutes, and you can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving roll. This can be added after seeing the roll.
You said
but
1d10?
1d6.
6.
D6.
What do you say to give him the inspiration?
Yep.
Okay, is this Skyrim?
This is the actual time for a fight.
Fuck them kids.
And so this can be added after seeing your roll, but before knowing the outcome of said roll.
Child bear.
So roll to hit, and you think it's iffy, so you say add the d6 before she says it hits or not.
Yep. If you're like, that's not a great roll.
Not a good
It'll
roll.
save your butt, trust me.
I know. For it is. I'm a bard. I know this.
I also have Unsettling Words. As a bonus action, I can expend one of my inspirations, and a creature I choose within 60 feet has to subtract the number rolled from the next saving throw it makes.
Okay, and is Bardic Inspiration free action, or is it a bonus action?
Bonus action.
Okay, so you've already used your bonus action this turn. So you'd have to do that next turn, but you do still have an action and movement.
I'm not gonna move. And then I guess I ready.
You have to. There has to be an X and a Y to your readying in action.
Okay.
So are you ready to punch something that comes to you? Readying to spell?
I ready to cast Thorn Whip when I hold
Okay.
it, and as soon as I see something I can hit and there's a decent opening, I will attack with
Okay.
Thorn Whip.
So do you mean like if it comes into view, or as soon as it comes into range, what's the range on your Thorn Whip?
10 feet.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it's probably within 10 feet of me.
It is, but not without Travis being in the way.
Until I see a clear opening.
Okay.
So I am just ready.
So until it moves within range of Thorn Whip without Travis hitting you. Okay.
So did I use Bardic Inspiration then? Or
Yes, you
okay.
gave him the 1d6.
Okay, I apologize, I've never played a
You're
bard,
good.
so I don't quite know.
You are
You're
A-OK.
good.
Learning in his campaign too, so.
Yeah, basically you've done your bonus action with the giving him Bardic Inspiration.
You've
You've taken your action and you don't want to move. Cool. Kiana, you're next. Cub 1 and Cub 2 are on deck, but Kraosis, you'll be after Cub 1 and Cub 2.
Okay, so with my oath bow drawn, I'm gonna be like, this fucking child of a bear. Kind of declaring that my enemy.
Fuck that child
And
up.
then I'm just gonna release the arrow right into its head.
Okay, roll an attack action.
Just flip.
+6,
Snap that child's back. Ooh.
21.
That'll hit, roll damage.
I have to double read this because when you make against your sworn enemy, you have advantage on the roll. I don't need it in addition to your target gains.
You might want to still take that advantage though, because you might roll a nat 20 and that doubles your damage dice.
22!
Still 22?
It's just went up by here. That's okay.
If the attack hits your sworn enemy, you're okay. So 1d8, and that's not a d8, and then an extra 3d6. It's taking
3d6.
Yeah, since I declared it my sworn enemy.
Okay.
If the attack hits, your sworn enemy takes an extra 3d6 piercing damage. So it's getting 5 initial piercing damage.
Okay.
Because I rolled minimum damage on that. And then the extra 3d. Not 11 extra piercing damage.
Okay, so 14.
16 total.
16 total.
Damn, Travis, you really fucked up that cub.
Okay.
And Dan,
Bonus actions.
I'm gonna swiftly shablank right over here
Okay.
and just be like, kill it!
If you move, it will get an opportunity attack.
Yes, and?
Okay, just making sure you're aware of that. Okay.
Get me the fuck away from this thing. I don't care if it hits me in the butt. Sorry.
It just gently grazes your butt cheek.
It is going to take its opportunity attack. Is a 19 going to hit?
Yes.
Okay. Gonna take 6 points of slashing damage and 3 points of necrotic.
So 9 total?
Yep.
Ooh. Okay. Ow, the shit bit me!
Actually, it clawed you as it lifts its tiny bare paw as you go to move and gets you across the back.
Oh, you should have said across the butt cheeks.
Yeah, across the butt.
Ow!
Something jumped up and bit me in the
Shit.
butt.
With that, Nocti, you do have an opening, so you can go ahead and Thorn Whip.
Look.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm right.
Okay. So, Thorn Whip. It's instantaneous. And So make a melee spell attack against the target.
So a D20 plus your spell modifier.
What is my
Bards
spell
are.
modifier?
No, you're
For a
sorcerer.
bard, that's gonna be a charisma.
Oh, okay, so
Unless it's from the sorcerer side.
+4. Okay.
Your music has been amping me up all night.
Oh,
Good.
Okay.
I'm a very musical
17.
Okay, 17 will hit.
And
Roll your damage.
okay, it takes 1d6 piercing damage.
That's it.
3, and if the creature is large or small, I pull the creature up to 10 feet closer to me.
Okay.
So would that mean like I can make it prone or something, or I can like knock it over?
Said if it's large or small.
Yes.
Large or smaller.
Okay. Large or small. I was like, that's weird that it's worded that way.
Screw
Okay.
medium-sized
What was the
creatures.
damage first? Let's do that first.
3.
3.
Piercing damage.
Okay. And do you want to pull it closer to you? Because it says you can, so it's an option.
I do want to pull it this way. That way I can have it closer to me so I don't end up hitting either of them. So I'm
Okay.
gonna,
So your option is going to be in melee range.
yes.
Well, what I'm saying is, so we'll be within 5, which means you'll be in its attack range. Okay. As long as you're okay with that, you pull it closer.
Okay. Does anyone get...
That attack of opportunity when something is leaving
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the attack.
So the only way for attack of
Then I think
opportunity to show up
done with my turn
Cool.
is
completely.
if you attack.
Cool. Yep.
then
Because
run.
then Kiana, you did your action, bonus action, and your movement.
And this is one behind us.
Yes.
Okay.
It is now Cub 1's turn. It does not like that it got pulled into Noctiluga. So it's going to go ahead and take its attack. It gets 2 attacks. I'm gonna roll them both. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay, then the 23 also hits. So you're going, I'm sorry.
Was that a nat 20?
No, it was a 19 plus 4. So you are going to take,
I'm not going to change it, but I thought it was for the one on the other side. So, but I'm not going to change it now.
okay. Yeah, no, and you wouldn't have gotten the action at all because there's no way you have the clearing.
There's a
for
wall
going
of
up with
bodies.
these two. So you're gonna take 8 points piercing or slashing, excuse me, and 5 points necrotic.
13 total.
13 total.
Yes.
That's a whole lot.
That's all, yeah.
And that's Cub 1's turn.
Okay.
Cub 2,
I'm looking pretty hurt.
All of us are.
I didn't expect them to roll that high for both of them, and for that, I am sorry. But you did, we learned today, if you thorn whip a zombie bear towards you, it's probably not gonna respond well. Bear 2 is right next to Buddha. Buddha, it's going to look at you, its eyes starting to leak out that blackish bile, and I'm gonna need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Oh, good God.
It also doesn't help that we have the 2 backliners facing a bear and the 3 frontliners on one side.
I'm a midliner.
Well, 6.
Okay, then you are going to take 12 points of necrotic damage.
Well, fuck.
But the good news is that's Cub's 2's turn.
Well,
Wait.
okay.
Before we do that, remember you have rerolls.
Nah.
Okay. All right. Please remember the rerolls, people. This is what I do. I play games like this just in case my balancing didn't work out great or rolls did not work out great. Remember that. Also, above table, death saves. We do those privately. You send them to me in Discord. You do not tell the group what you get when you are on death saves. You put them in. That way your healers do not know whether you're living or dying. It's fun. It adds suspense. Good luck with the heart attacks. However, you're allowed to fucking lie to me about your death saves. I am never going to kill your character if they are not at a place where you are ready to let them go. Some people I have are like, I want it to play out the way the dice want it to play out. Some people are like, I will fucking have a meltdown if my character dies. Do with that information what you will. But remember, if you feel the need to cheat at D&D, maybe we talk about that with our therapists. All right, back to the game. No, I'm kidding. I am a slut for good storytelling. I would hate for my character to die in like the first combat of a campaign, so I would not blame anybody for that. That said, that was Cup 2. Crayosis, you're up. Xanth, you're on deck.
Are both of the bears in front of us within 5 feet of me?
So there's 3
One is
there.
within 5 feet, the
Yeah.
other is within 10.
Okay.
They're the D8s
So
and
then I am
D100s.
just going to do a basic attack with my hammer to the one directly within melee range.
Bear 3.
Okay.
We're hammer bros.
Damn straight.
Ironically,
Warhammer's the way to go.
Okay, so I have a couple friends in another campaign, and they call themselves battle buddies. They are battle buddies because when you're doing pairings, they will pair off together because they're battle buddies.
That's a natural 1 for a 6.
You have rerolls.
I am going
Use
to
it.
reroll.
Okay.
We're both from the same
remaining.
like, same realm.
16 to hit.
Oh, I
Same
didn't have
left.
a-
16 will hit. Roll
Different
that
damage.
damage.
That's one lower.
It's going to be 4 damage.
Okay.
And then that'll be it.
No bonus actions, no movement.
Nope.
You're a paladin, aren't you? You don't want to smite the baby bear.
Well, I don't want to use my
That's
only
fair.
divine
You're
smite.
like resource management, Sierra. Okay.
I just think there's something bigger in this cave than a couple of
That's
bears.
fair. Xanth, you're up. Buddha, you're on deck. What's up?
She had her finger up.
Oh, what's up?
He, sorry, I keep.
I have daggers on me,
you'll get
but
it.
they're not equipped.
I'm trying it.
What?
So
Can I
you
say
can
this?
as a free action, you can withdraw or stow a weapon on your turn.
I was
As
gonna
a
say
Okay.
the same. but
Okay.
I'll just.
Also, D&D Beyond doesn't automatically equip your equipment. I'm gonna be honest. I basically equip every equipment that I have, so I see my options, so that I can not have to think about the free stow. So, Xanth, it's you're up. Buddha, you're on deck.
Okay, first thing I'm going to do is use Hardened Blood. As a bonus action, you roll 1d6 plus my con modifier at the total as temporary HP.
Okay.
D6. That is beautiful. That's 5 plus my con mod 4, so 9. That puts me at 40 HP total. That's fucking beautiful.
Okay.
Where's the 6?
I am very sorry.
You're good.
Now,
I was just keep collecting.
I want to use this. Well, let's read about it. Any action you target creature 10 feet from you until 1 to 10 plus the con mod. If it is inactive, I take half damage. I may use that as a reaction. Ooh, I'm gonna save that shit. That
Were
is-
you? Oh, you were dancing. I thought you were like conducting it like.
I will swing with my warhammer.
Okay. Roll that attack.
One-handed, so it's gonna be 1d8.
See what I'm saying? When we're talking rerolls, nobody's thinking about that advantage.
Oh! Dirty 20!
Dirty 20 will hit. Roll that damage.
And
So,
d8.
It's
It's one-handed.
AC.
Keeping my left hand
AC's
open
about
for
15.
fucking needles, basically. Are you fucking kidding me?
10 to 15.
It's plus strength modifier, so
Yeah, but I take notes when I'm like, okay, that
a whopping
hit,
3
that didn't.
damage.
A whopping how much?
3.
Okay, 3 damage to bear 3.
It's okay. It's okay. Doing damage.
Could be worse.
Actually, it can't be worse. That's the lowest
Yeah,
damage
you
I
rolled
can
a 1.
do.
Oh.
So what is the name
Min
that I
damage.
can call you in game? Like the shorter one, so I can remember.
Action,
it.
bonus action,
Everyone
any
would call me
movement.
Nocti.
You would get an opportunity. They would get an
I'm gonna
opportunity.
stay right up in his face because I have a reaction ready.
Okay. All right. Buddha, you're up. Win, you're on deck.
I'm gonna rage.
I want to rage!
Oh!
Bread.
One
I said friend.
behind
Bread, so you could be a bread berry.
Okay, so you just want to take a step to the left.
kind of like, yeah.
Okay. And that wouldn't provoke an opportunity attack. You're just moving over.
Alright, I'm gonna hit it.
Okay, roll that attack.
Does a 10 hit?
10 would, well, I'm going to say you've guesstimated what the AC will be. You do have the D6 that you can add to that from that. So before I answer that question, would you like to use inspiration, or would you like to tell me if that's a hit? Would you like me to tell you if that's a hit or a miss?
Other thing with inspiration is you can add it to an attack roll as well.
Yeah, so it's up to you to determine, do you think, if you think that 10's gonna hit, you
Doesn't
can
it
say,
last
does
for
that
10
hit?
10
or you
minutes?
can add that
10
D6.
minutes. One round is 6 seconds. So if we've got it for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. So he can add it to his.
As long as he's alive, he has 100 rounds. If in combat.
Okay.
I'm gonna call it rude.
10 does not hit.
Worth a shot.
So describe how this miss looks.
Fucking move to the side, I go to kick and I overkick it.
He like roundhouses too high. It's like whip right over the bear's head. He does a full spin. Oh, fuck.
He literally trims the bear's hair.
Okay.
Left of the hair.
That was movement, action, bonus action. When you're up, Cub 3's on deck.
So I'm actually gonna use healing word on her
Okay.
or him. Sorry, Jesus Christ, Indeed. Anyway, I'm gonna use healing word.
Okay.
Heal up 6 damage,
6 damage. Okay.
and
Okay,
that is my action.
You got movement and bonus action.
Sorry.
How close am I to the? Let me see what bonus actions I have real quick.
I'd say move over to bear 1. Or bear 2. I would split our party evenly.
So
between
I don't think I have a bonus action. Oh yes, I do.
After Cub 3, Nocti, you'll be on deck.
So I guess bonus action healing word is a bonus action.
Okay, so healing word's bonus action, so you still have your action. I'm gonna pee while you're figuring that out. Lord knows all I do is pee. Don't have children, they destroy your bladder.
Love to, but we can't.
Did there be any
I'm
tanks?
sorry that your genitals are useless for the creation
Hey,
of life.
I've tried.
You're doing it in the wrong hole.
I
You're
can.
in the wrong universe, technically. This isn't an alpha beta universe.
Damn it!
So what about universes that are only omega?
Okay, Travis, got a
That would be a
question.
thing.
Quick answer.
How much do you know about
Because
temporary
omegas
HP?
can only be impregnated by an alpha.
Temporary HP lasts
trying to be funny.
until you
Oh,
complete a
so-
long rest.
I'm
Until it's
autistic.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And I don't get sarcasm.
long as I
or
still
jokes,
have
you
that heart and blood
usually
still
explain the
Hey
joke.
Travis.
I was
Is there any
basically
tax
because
on
there's
candy?
omega, alpha, and then
What?
there's beta.
Is there any tax
and
on
there's
the
gamma,
candy?
like, and all that stuff for
I
like
don't know what that
principles and
gamma
stuff.
was about, but I thought it
I was
be
meaning the
Travis
joke of like
for,
omegas, like asexual
Cool, you're back.
rebirth and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So since that was a bonus action, I'm gonna
Yep.
use. Or how far away from any of the bears am I?
You are
Because I know I'll have to move
About
over
10 to
to.
15 feet.
5,
That
10,
one to a horse.
10 feet to get into melee of bear 1, 10 feet to get
So-
into melee of bear 2, and 10 feet for bear
Is there
3.
anybody in the way of me hitting any of these bears?
Yes, you cannot hit any of
Each
these
one of
bears without going around your party members. You have to take movement first.
So is there any way I can move over and be in between 2 of my party members?
Yes, you could take 5 feet of movement to stand between
Actually-
Nocti and Kiana and get
That
to
would
bear 1.
probably not be a good idea. Because we're in a cave, so that wouldn't be a good idea.
Thunderclap.
Sexy
No,
thunder.
firebolt.
Sexy.
Firebolt would be fine. You wouldn't want to fire a fucking ball, you'd get the entire party. Trust me, as somebody
Well,
who
the reason
fireball
why-
Tuesday,
The reason why I'm thinking of firebolt is because
All I can do
it's
very
120
similar.
feet and you hurl a mote of fire at a creature or object.
It's a very similar.
right, you could
range.
still, yeah, it wouldn't, you would be able
So,
to move
well-
to get,
I mean, would it like hit any of my party members? Like,
not if you move the 5 feet.
okay, I'm gonna move the 5 feet to get in between my party members, and then I'm gonna try casting fire, or I'm gonna cast firebolt, but I
Okay.
gotta roll to hit. So
Can I
Okay.
just say,
wait,
with firebolt, it's like shooting an arrow, whereas fireball, it's like launching a cannonball.
I know, I did it. I have a staff of power in my Tuesday game, and we
So
needed
I gotta-
something- Yes, the bisexual urge to sit not normal.
I keep falling back in that one.
Yes.
I gotta roll to hit. So
Yep.
does a 14 hit?
14 does not. You do have rerolls.
You said it before I could. you said it didn't hit before, so I'm not gonna.
Well, reroll. No, the rerolls can be applied after you know. It's just
Bardic inspiration.
Bardic inspiration.
Oh,
Reroll,
okay.
you have to take whatever.
Then I'm gonna take off one of my rerolls and reroll
Okay.
that.
One
Does-
reroll remaining.
You good? You good?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my last reroll.
Okay, no rerolls remaining.
You look like you've been on a traumatic trip to the bathroom.
Okay, does a 16 hit?
A 16 will hit. Roll that damage.
Thank God.
Well, not one.
Okay, so
It takes
we're-
1 damage.
What's your modifier?
Fucking.
No, this
it's
is like
a firebolt,
damage.
So it's just
It's
fireball's
1d10.
They rolled 1. As a little, you watch as the Kenku moves to the side, goes, and just a little gush of flame gets a little bit of hair. Yes.
So, I have aversion to fire. How?
Aversion, as in.
I almost got burned alive by my.
Yeah, you're probably a little like, but it wasn't enough fire. I mean, it really was not a lot of
was like a
fire.
little-
It was like-
It was like a little. Like there was more fire being lit outside for torches than he just conjured.
I literally just went, and all he sees is a.
All right, Cub 3 is up. Nocti, you're on deck. Cub 3 is gonna go for Criosis because honestly, your 3 damage compared to his 4,
Seemed a little worse.
it's like you're a bigger threat, not by much, but bigger. And
Even though he's shorter.
it's gonna take its.
Wait, Firebolt's a cantrip. Okay.
Yep. Firebolt is a cantrip and one of the best ones out there.
Okay, it's gonna just
I
take
thought
its
it was like an actual thing,
multi-attack.
so I was gonna have to go in and cast it and stuff.
Does a 18 hit?
No.
No, and I'm assuming the 8 doesn't then either.
No.
So you watch as this bear gets on its hind legs and kind of goes swipe, and misses. Bringing us to Nocti's turn.
Okay, so
Nocti, you're up. Kiona, you're on deck. Kiana.
the thorn whip recedes back in the. It looks like seaweed basically recedes back into my body, and I grab both my daggers, and I try to hit with my action and my bonus action.
So you can't bonus action dagger unless you have
I do.
2 weapon fighting or dual wield.
I do.
Okay, all right. Go ahead and roll those 2 attacks.
11 and 24.
The 11 does not hit. The 24 does. Was the 24 a nat 20 or just?
It was a 19.
Okay, so
But
just roll that damage for that dagger.
don't daggers.
No.
Okay.
It's a 1d4 plus your attack modifier.
7.
My batteries are at 8 and 14.
Heck yeah, most damage!
No, you're good. I'm really not too worried about it.
Bear 1 is looking a little bloodied. Any movement for
A
you?
little more bloodied.
Nope. I'm gonna stay right where I'm at,
Cool.
and I use my bonus action. So good.
Kiana, you're up. And Cub 1 and 2 are on deck. Criosis, you'll be after Cub 1 and 2.
This fergalicious definition.
Make them boys
Mo-
go crazy. Go on.
Mother effing bear is gonna get another goddamn arrow to just.
Okay, roll that attack.
It goes with.
All you hear is,
Barrelicious definition. Make that ooze go flowing.
Since it's my sworn enemy, I get advantage with the attack.
Fuck you up with.
Fuck. Okay.
God damn.
20 plus. Wait, hold on. What's 18 plus 6?
23 or 24.
That'd be 24, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Does that hit?
24 would hit, yes.
Cool. 1d8. That is 8 piercing,
Okay.
including the extra.
D6.
Ah, that one's cocked. Am I good to reroll this
Reroll
one?
it, yeah.
Okay. 11 extra piercing damage.
So 11 plus.
8 is 19 total.
Went to pierce at the air and you just took its whole ear off.
And the first kill of the campaign, may I ask, sir, how do you wish to do this?
I'm gonna
the second
draw
kill?
back my bow.
Well, that one was already half dead.
Technically by the same person though.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Yeah.
draw this
Oh,
one
maybe
back.
I'll
Like,
get all the kills.
time to meet your damn mother. And I'm gonna just, and the arrow is gonna kind of go straight through it. It's like,
As the arrow goes through it and pierces through the skull. You watch the body shift and twist, and you hear the cracking of bones
It was one of the kids.
as it materializes into what is a long dead corpse of a young woman.
You just fucked her up.
Son of a motherfucker!
Roll me, I'm gonna give you this one for free. Roll me an insight check. Or actually, no, medicine. Let's make that a medicine.
Can
That-
also roll.
Medicine. I get +1 to medicine.
I'd let you use your turn for it because he got the kill. This body was dead long before you came along. This body was transmuted after being dead. So you did not kill a child is the good news. Or for some, disappointing news that you're not killing children.
You just maimed the body.
Close enough.
Something turned these things and turned people into bears.
So this.
Something turned these things into bears!
So
That's these things.
You would see this, you three did not.
I'm just like trying to like over the table. So is this basically just alchemy transmogrification, or is it like a different type of transmogrification?
I will on your turn, if you would like to roll an Arcana check, allow you to on your turn. With
Hello?
that, Cub 1 is up. It is dead, so it's not up. Lost its
It's
turn.
actually down.
Lost its turn right in initiative. In case you guys decide to loot the body, we'll just put that X right there.
Yes.
Okay. Cub 2 is up. Creosis, you're on deck. Cub 2 looks at Buddha, who just tried to roundhouse it, lets out a growl that sounds almost like a whimper as it goes to swing at you. It's gonna just do its multi-attack. I know the nat 20 hits,
Fuck.
because I'm assuming the 24 would hit, but does 10 hit you?
No.
So the good news is the nat 20 hits, the bad news is that's double the damage dice.
So before you roll that, I'd like to use my Channel Divinity Rebuke the Violent,
Ha!
which will, they have to beat a DC Wisdom 14 save, or any damage they deal, they're also going to take as radiant damage.
Love that.
I love you. Praise the
Well,
sun!
it
What was
doesn't
the
stop
DC?
you from taking
I
it.
know, but I love
But, so they did not. They got a 13 on that. So they will have to take that damage as radiant. Love that.
you. Beautiful.
So,
I'm ready to die, but I'm taking it with me. Or he's
smart
taking it with me.
move. That's going to be 9, 10, 11, 12 points, 7 of which are necrotic. So 12 points total, 7 of which are necrotic, 12 points to bear 2.
Ow.
Yeah, as it stands up and just swipes, gets you right across the chest with one, and then down the arm with the other.
So we may have to cut this a little short because I have to be up to college before 11.
Okay.
I didn't realize that it was so close to 11.
Nope. You are good. We were gonna cut this at 11 anyways, so let's finish this round of initiative, and then we can pick up next week.
If we don't kill him.
Yeah.
I need a medic bag.
That's Cub 2. Creosis, you're up.
So I am going to once again try to attack the one directly in front of me with just
Number 3.
a regular attack.
Go for it.
Okay.
That was a really good reaction.
That was good.
10 to hit.
10 will not hit, but you do have rerolls.
I'm gonna
Follow
follow
him on
through.
Facebook.
Okay. So describe this miss for me.
I haven't commented.
I'm
on
just
that.
gonna raise the warhammer and swing it down, miss, and just smack it into the ground.
Moves its head.
Bitch.
Sounded more like a cat. Anything else from you, Creosis?
No.
Wah, wah, wah. I'm sorry. Xanth, you're up. Boo, you're on deck.
Lord,
I'm just
gonna
gonna swing at it with the hammer.
Swing at it with your hammer, buddy.
That bounced, but I'm gonna keep that. That's 19 plus 2.
So 21, roll that damage. Can I point out, I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, they're not using shit for abilities. Because I forget you guys are a level 3 party, not level 9 parties.
Well, I've got an ability, but it has to. Something has to hit me for it to
Right.
work.
No, I just like, I'm process. That took me a minute to process where I'm like, man, I got a paladin who's not using smites. I got a monk over here who hasn't stunning strike or flurry of blows. I was like, there's level 3, you dumbass!
I did 1 more damage than the last time. I did 4 damage this time.
4 damage to bear number 3.
We're just gonna slowly keep rolling this up.
You gotta get warmed up.
Am I on deck?
No, you'll be after Buddha.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
No bonus action, no movement.
Unless I want to use my Heart and Blood bonus action, but I'm gonna save that one.
Okay, Buddha, you're up when you're on deck.
I'm gonna punch it.
Punch it. Punch bear 2.
I know I should have taken
I'm gonna reroll.
Okay. You got 2 remaining.
I should just put my hammer to 2 hands.
22.
22, is it a nat 20 or regular? Or 30? Okay,
As a
22,
16.
that does hit, roll damage.
Did I do my math?
I'm gonna use the extra d6 for this.
Okay, add that d6 to that damage, boo. Wait, does your... Oh, you're using your fist. I was like, why are you rolling a d4 for damage? Fists.
$12 damage.
12 damage. Describe how you punch bear 2. Just like...
Hammer fist.
You guys watch as Buddha lifts up his hand, blood coming from his chest, and just punches down. All right. Anything else from you? Any movement or bonus actions?
No.
Okay. Also, you're raging. You've been halving the slash damage, right?
No.
Okay. From here on out, let's half your slash damage. When you're up, Cub 3 is on deck.
I'm gonna turn around and I'm going to healing word him.
Okay. Is healing word touch or is it ranged?
It's ranged.
Okay.
It's 60 feet.
Okay.
Heal 7.
Heal
Well,
7
as
points.
barbarian, when you're raging, as for any barbarian, you're resistant to slashing,
Piercing and bludgeoning.
So am I able to hit
So you
anybody?
take
Am I
half.
in between anybody that I can hit any of the 2 bears?
And if you
No.
go down path of
You would have to
total,
move 10 feet.
around level
I'm gonna
6,
move
you
10
can
the 10
become
feet to get in between people,
resistant to
and
all
I'm
damage
going to
except for
try
sight.
using firebolt.
Okay, firebolt bear 2.
It's great.
How the hell does that work? Like the dice on my screen is sitting on its edge.
Okay, so here's how. So fun fact about D&D Beyond, they don't use a random number generator in order to get your dice. They actually use physics to where the dice is actually bouncing around based on your screen size. And so because they're using physics rather than a number generator, it is possible for it to cock.
So would I
you
just re-roll on it?
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure because it was literally sitting on its edge. By the way, does a 23 hit?
23 will hit, roll that damage.
I think you...
What the fuck is this bullshit?
1 damage to bear 2 as you come forward, and again, Buddha and Criosis, you get to see for the first time the little floof of fire. It's like a Bic lighter coming out of his finger and shooting.
Just because of the magical darkness, man. Light doesn't work very great.
We all have performance issues sometimes. I hear it's more common with you types than it is my types, but
Hey, that's not nice.
I'm sorry that I can have multiple orgasms and have never suffered vaginal dryness. Actually, no, I'm not. All right, Cub 3, you're up, and you did all yours. Okay, Cub 3 is up. Cub 3 is gonna, like neither of you really. Well, I guess technically you did damage last turn, so it's gonna fucking go
To
for
cup
you.
3?
Yes.
I think that's the one I hit, isn't it?
I'm too excited to get hit.
Go ahead and give me a con save.
Con save? Oh, is it using a magical attack against me?
It is.
God, well,
Well, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry for your loss.
I have to be...
Loss of health.
So you said con?
Yep.
Con check or save?
Save.
Ooh, this is good. 17.
You pass, so you'll take half damage, which will be.
Please tell me this fits. Okay, it fits perfectly. By the way, thank you, Blue,
You're
for
gonna
the
take 5 points of
paper.
necrotic. Okay, with that, this is where we're leaving off.
You want hers?
Do not mess with your character sheets. I've got things, so you used your bardic inspiration. You're no longer
Here's your
holding
pen
your
back.
action. You still have your temp HT. You're still raging.
Here's your sticky notes.
I forgot about the remove 5. I've got temp.
It'll.
Well, that's done.
We will not be playing next Saturday, but we will be playing the 29th, I believe is the date. Let me pull up the calendar really quick.
It's going through our normal rotation. essentially.
Yeah, I know, but I had asked you to change because I was off on what our normal rotation was. But yeah, so not playing the 22nd, playing the 29th. Questions, concerns, comments, quips, or I don't know. Yes.
Everything was
Question
perfect.
to this.
I have nothing else.
I'll let everyone get their thing done, and that's about the skill I've got.
Fuck them kids.
Everything's perfect. So, but I just gotta hurry. So,
Okay, toodles.
Adios.
do you want me to do my wish, whatever this, whatever?
No. We'll skip stars and wishes this week because it's middle of combat.
Okay. And I also I'm in a rush, so.
Yeah.
A lot of people would wish for these bears to just die.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you guys have to do that work. Some
No,
wishes,
I love the combat.
Some wishes only come true with work.
Or with a level 9 spell.
And my bitch ass says that as a witch.
Okay.